Well, hello once again, my fellow Star Trek fans. Welcome to another video, a video of the Build the Enterprise from Star Trek The Next Generation. This is Shipment 12, and we have issues 43, 44, 45, and 46. Now, if you guys want to know what all this stuff entails and everything that's included in shipment number 12, I did an unboxing video already, and I have a playlist of everything up to date. So this will get you up to speed on all the shipments. So let's get started with the build. All right, so we're going to start stage 43. Another section of the saucer comes together and lights up for the first time, while the last visible screw holes on the neck assembly are obscured. Let's go to step A. You can see we're going to prepare another deck panel. It's going to go into the saucer pylon, the saucer section. Okay, this one is metal, so this is going to be a good thing. There's going to be no static jumping with the windows. So what I like to do is put the other parts aside for now. I like to do it on the little platform. Get my tweezers. Okay, let's start with the dock lights. We're going to need 5. And we've got exactly 5. Get the black in. Okay, so we got all the windows in. So we're ready to move on with the next step. And I think that's going to be putting it in. So we're going to get the saucer section, and you can see we're going to put the lights in the area. And they're going to go to parts 41 and 42A. And we've got the saucer section, and they're going to go right here. So let's start by putting the lights in. All right, the lights are in, and what we're going to do is we're going to pass the panel in through, and that's going to be held in place with the BM screws. Remember, the BM screws are the ones that hold it in place in the metal, and the EM will hold the lights in place into the plastic part. So let's do the BM screws first. All right, so all the BM screws are in. And this is the lead. And what we're going to do now is we're going to test them. Actually, let me make sure all the screws, because I unscrewed a lot of them just to be able to fit the panel in. So let's make sure that everything is nice and tight. So this is the lead. And I keep the power pack in a case that we got. You guys can see that it looks good. It's lit up. Let me put the lights out for you guys. And you guys can see that that looks pretty cool. All right, so that's all set. Let's put the lights back on. And let's take it out. And we're ready to move on. So let's put this aside. And it looks like we're going to be going to the saucer pylon. We got a few pieces that we're going to put on that. So let's put the battery pack aside. So we're going to be doing the saucer pylon. And you can see what we had done last time. So we're going to be putting the panels, the transporter arrays in the vent. And you can see here's the vent. Alright, we got the backing off, and we're going to put this part right in there. And there's a space in the middle, and that's where the other array, transporter array, or the vent is going to go. And that would be the larger one that goes in the front. So again, we've got the backing. This is a little easier for me to get off this time. And that's going to go right there. Oh, I put the lights on by accident. It's going to look just like that. And press it into place. And you can see we have the other array. It's going to go right there. So this one is kind of angled, so the top is going to be angled a bit. And again, we've got the backing. It needs to come off. Just like that. And that's going to go fit in thusly, just like that. So you can see the arrays are on. So that looks pretty cool. Okay, what's next? We have the little caps. And the caps are going to, actually not that one, but the caps are going to go on those two pieces, I believe. And we have this section, the plastic section. And they're going to be pushed in. Just like that. You never even know it was there. Nice. So let's get that section in. Let's see, here it is. So, we've got this pin and that pin. And again, look how nice that looks. You'd never even know that there was anything there. Beautiful. Is that it? Well, now we can move on to putting the caps in. And I had seen those somewhere. Up here they are, right in front of me. So there's a bunch of these, so they're probably, I don't know if they're extras or we'll be using some in other parts of the model. Alright, so you can see one has kind of like a slant or an incline. I'm thinking that's going to go right there. And the other one is the kind of flatter one. And I'm thinking that that's going to go right in on there. right, I think that's how it goes. You can see it's a nice little way to hide the screws. You put the lights on. All right, let's put this off. And we're ready to move on. So let's move on to the next section. That's all set. And we're ready to move on to stage 44. In this short stage of the build, you will build a fit saucer deck section with 2 reflectors and add further detail to the battle section. And we got another metal section. All right, so we're going to have 2 escape pods. And remember, the lines go down. Okay, so for the windows, let's do the clear first. There's 1, 2, 3, there's 5 clear. So let's take the clear out. Okay, so for the dark room lights, we need 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We need 9. You can see the windows are all in. So now we're going to put the backs on. You can see 44C and 44B, the way they are. Okay, so this one looks like 44C. So this one is going to go right here. And it looks like the yellow and green part is going to go into that light. And they're going to be held in place with the DM screws. 4 of them. So we've got the DM screws right here. And 44B. All right, so we got that in. You can see everything is locked into place. And what we're going to do now is we're going to test it. Let's go ahead and shut the lights. You guys can see, looks pretty good. All right, we'll put the lights back on and we'll move on. So what we got to do is we got to put this into the saucer section. And that's going to be held in place with the BM screws. Is going to go in to this section right here. It's going to go right in through this section. And the pins, or the tabs, are going to go right in like that. And, okay, so let's get some of the BM screws ready. Okay, so that's in. And I'm losing track of the wires. Is it this one? Nope, it's this one right here. Okay, so you can see we got the section It's starting to look pretty good. So let's move on to the next step, and that's part C. And you can see this is probably going to finish off the saucer pylon. All right, so that's this part. So we get the saucer pylon. And let's see, we're going to do, is that the port side first? And you can see they're actually the pins that get pushed in. That looks pretty nice. So let's do the other side. That was really easy. That was probably the easiest part of this section. Okay, and check that out, guys. Enterprise. And the windows on this do not light up. You can see. And that finishes off the saucer pylon. So guys, we actually have a section of the ship that's done. So that's pretty cool. All right, so we're ready to move on. All right, let's see what's next. I think that's the end of stage 44, but we'll see. Okay, so we got stage 45. This wide-ranging stage takes the creation of another deck panel, the addition of a lower saucer PCB, and new parts for your starboard warp nacelle. So this is going to be fun. All right, so let's get everything cleaned up first. Incidentally, all of the extra windows and all of the extra parts. Let's see, what are these? Oh, we didn't use those yet. And this is the you see what we have extra so far. The DM, DP screws, CP, AP, BP, BM, EM, FM, and AM. We have the stickers, the ties, and a couple of the screw caps. So, as of right now, that's what I have extra anyway. So let's empty out stage 45. Okay, so we got another section to do with the windows. Put that there for now. And we've got a plastic section. You see the Aztecing? Okay, so you can see all the lights are in. And now we're ready to put the backing on. And we've got and looks like that's going to be held in place with BP screws. So these are plastic, so you got to be careful not to over tighten these or you'll strip it pretty easy. Because this is plastic in plastic. And there we go. So we're ready to test these out. All right, let's put the lights off, you guys. And you guys can see, looks nice. Okay, let's put the lights on. And we're ready to move on to the step B, and that's where we're going to put it into the frame. And that's going to be held in place with, let's see, CP screws. 2 of them. It'll be a little bit better off when we get the other piece in. We can put it a little bit tighter. So that's looking pretty good. And looks like what we're going to do now is we're going to put in the circuit board. Remove the saucer PCB cable 31E from the in slot of the PCB board. Oh my goodness. Okay. All right. All right, that's this one. And let's see. Yeah, let's make sure it's the right way, following the directions. Next, attach the saucer PCB to 45C in the center of the skeletal structure. Okay, we'll do that. And we got to put in, it looks like that's going right into this area. Just like that. And we got a lot of the wires in the way, so this is going to go so, like so, and like so. And those are going to be 2 FM screws that are going to hold it into place. I saw the FM, here they are. Okay, so we got the PCB board in, the second one. You can see how it's going to look. So let's go ahead now, and we're going to see what the next part is. So you can see step D. Plug the free end of the saucer PCB cable 31E in the out socket of the original PCB board. Okay, so this one is going to go way up over here. plug the deck panel lights from stages 29, 30, 32, 45. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we're going to put in 4, 5. All right, that looks like those are all in. And what we're going to do now, oh, I forgot one. Okay, so this one. Okay, that's it. So now we're going to make everything nice and neat. And we're going to use the tie just like that. Okay. Okay, what's next? We're going to move on to step E. Next, plug the lights in from 34, 35, 41, 42, 43, and 44. All right, so it looks like they're all in the right way. And we got to put another tie in. Here it is. Okay, so we got the other tie in. And make sure that the wires don't go in front when we put the other side of the saucer section on. And it looks all nice and neat. Okay, so what's next? F, we connect the battery pack to the saucer PCB board. Okay, so we need to take it out of the one that we have right now. We've got the in. And, all right. This thing is going to draw a lot of juice because you figure the whole thing is going to be lit up. So where is the in? Input. All right. So let's try that. It looks like nice. Now my batteries are a little bit weak. So keep that in mind. I don't have any more batteries. I got to get some more batteries. You can see how awesome that looks. And every section is lit up. Check it out. Beautiful. All right. Let's put the light on. I want to see if I have some more powerful batteries. Now that's a lot better. Check it out, guys. This is awesome. All right, let me get a grip and look at that. Love it. Let's put the lights out for this, and you can see it's a lot brighter. Make sure you can see all that. I love it. This is gorgeous. This model is going to be amazing when it's done. Just amazing. Okay, so let's disconnect the power source. And we're ready to move on. and show you guys what the saucer section looks like as of right now with the new PCB board in. Beautiful. Okay, so we're moving on to part G. Let me get all these batteries out of here now. Okay, so part G. Slot the warp engine field grill left reflector 2, 45H, inside warp engine field grill reflector 1, as shown, 45G, and set aside for the next stage to complete stage 45. Okay, so we have this. Remove the addendum. Okay, so you can see the way the corners look. It appears to go in just like this. Just like that. And set it aside. So that's all for step 45 for issue 45. So let's move on to stage 46. Connect another section of the saucer to your new PCB board before getting grips with your first light strip for the starboard warp engine nacelle. You can see the sections that are going to be affected. So we get to make more windows. So let's move the light. And we're going to get section 46. So let's get the stuff out. And this one is plastic. And this one has some escape pods. All right, so that's all set. And we're going to put the backing on with the lights that we've got. And that's going to be held in place with BP screws. Okay, so this is going to go in onto the side of the one that we just put in. And that's going to be held in place with, let's see, CP screws. And that's going to be 2 of them. Okay, so I'll show you the other side. I get the section on. And again, these will even out when I tighten them up, when we have the other sections that we're going to put on. So, let's see. It says for us to test it. But what I want to do is I want to test the whole thing because it's more fun that way. So, let's put it in. And it's going to go right into that one. So, put it right into the slot on the PCB board. All right, so that's in. It's probably going to go just like that. So what I want to do is let's go ahead and test it. The whole thing. You can see it's lit up. Very, very nice. All right, let me flip it over gently. And I'll show you what it looks like with all of the panels lit up. Look at that. I want to get the whole thing into the shot. There. Isn't that beautiful? The beautiful NCC-1701-D. It's nice to see some of the work that we've been doing come together. Okay, so let's get this disconnected. Again, I want to be gentle. All right, so let's disconnect that, and we're going to put this aside for now. Okay, so what's next? We're going on to step D. And take your warp engine field grill left reflector assembly from stage 45. All right, so this is where we're going to do the addendum, guys. All right, so here's the addendum. First thing we're going to do is we're going to remove all the AM screws. So let me get that. All right, so those are loosened. You know what? It's looking like we're going to have to take off the, yeah, I'm going to have to take this off too. Okay, that's out. So now this part should come right out. Because the screws are all different, so I don't want to get them mixed up. Okay, so now we're going to take out the BM screws, and these are in the front. These are going to hold on the Bussard collector. Okay, so that's all out. So, with that out, we should be able to just lift the frame out. Okay, so let's look over on the other side. Swap the Bussard EM field protector fitted in stage 2. You can see it was kind of clear. So maybe that's the problem. Maybe it was lighting up, and it's not supposed to light up. Swap it out for the replacement projector, then replace the Bussard EM field protector on top of the new piece. And then it has you put it back in. Replace the blue formation light with the nacelle upper with the red formation light. So you guys remember when we had done the nacelle for the first time, we had put this in. So now we're going to replace it with the red one, and it's going to go in just like that. You guys can see it'll light up and it's going to be red. So that's in. And there was this clear plastic piece that was in it at the time. You can see we're going to take the new one and we're going to put this clear plastic piece into it. And this is going to go like that. Okay, so now what we're going to do is replace the ones that are in the front, the BM screws. And now we're going to put back the blue sections. All right, so check that out. You can see now this one won't light up, where the other one was clear. Let's see, am I missing a screw? That's it. All right, so we got all the screws in. And you can see the addendum is finished, the addendum piece. We've got the red. Let me see if you can see through it. I had a light. Let's see. You guys can see the red. Okay, so that's a little more accurate, screen accurate than the blue. So now you can see the difference. See, the one that they had before was clear and the light would bleed through, so that's probably why we switched it over. All right, so now the addendum is finished and we're actually able to move to step D. So you can see where we're going to put the light in, or that section for the light engine. Take your warp engine field grill left reflector assembly from stage 45 and position it inside your nacelle build as shown, between the warp engine field grill and the nacelle upper frame. All right, so now we're going to take, it looks like we're going to take the nacelle flight strip 46G and position it inside the nacelle as shown so that the side where the wireless connect is facing down. Okay, so it's going to go in this way. You can see the little bend in the light. That's going to be on the top. So let's see. All right, so I'm going to go like that. And that's going to be held in place with 3 CP screws. Slot the square bulb at the end and the cables into the recessed wire. Okay, so this is going to go. Okay, so the bulb, the square bulb, goes into the little square slot, and I'm wondering if the bottom part is going to hold it in, because it doesn't really want to stay in right now. And the other bulb, you can see it's running in. It's going to illuminate this bulb right here. So that's what it looks like so far, the nacelle, and that's it. That's all. That's everything. Stage 46 is now complete. So you can see we get the wiring in, and depending on what the bottom section has to hold that into place, if it doesn't, I'll probably end up super gluing it maybe. You can see where everything else is in, and this was flopping around, so that's why I took it out. But this goes in right there, just like that. And again, that'll probably be held in place with another piece, a piece that's coming. So that's what the nacelle looks like so far. I can't wait to test it out and try it. It's going to be nice with the lights. And of course, we got more sections of the primary hull. So that's beautiful. So my friends, that's everything in this build, in shipment number 12. So I'm looking forward to shipment number 13, and we'll do an unboxing and we'll do a build when we get it. Till then, my friends, take care, and I'll talk to you soon.